Hey, what's going on, dev? Welcome back to Web Dev channel. In today's episode, we're gonna build from scratch, step by step, a animated menu indicator using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We're going to use HTML and CSS to create our UI, as you can see here, and then JavaScript to make it interactive. Stick to the end of this video because you will improve your dev skills by creating this project with me step by step until the end. The idea here is learn by doing. So let's get started. Alright dev, start from scratch with you. All we have here is the index, style.css and apple.js. Okay, let's create our markup here. Let's go to the title and give a more relevant name instead of a document. Let's say animate menu indicator. Okay. And under this one, let's have a link, connect the markup to our CSS, and also a script, okay, pointing to external JavaScript file. Let's say defer, so this is gonna be loading after it loads all the page, okay. We also need here a link, okay, from the font awesome. Let's copy this one because we're gonna be using some icons as you saw in the beginning. In the markup, okay, it's gonna be quite simple. All we have is this main div that's gonna wrap around everything, navigation. Let's have another list. Inside this one, a list with a class of list, and inside that we need the anchor tag, okay, also pointing nowhere, okay. And inside this, we're gonna have two spans, one for the icon and another one for the title, and that's it. Okay, this is the first one. Let's move now to the second one for the span dot title. Let's say home. On the first span here, the icon, let's give a icon here, okay, with the class of fa solid, fa house, okay. And if we go live here, you can see that we have an icon and the title here home, and then this icon, okay. And all we have to do now is duplicate this a couple of times, actually 4 times, and we're gonna have our markup done. All we have to do is make a couple of changes here and there, okay, change the icons and also the title. So let's go ahead and make those changes, okay. This one is gonna be a file user, and let's say profile. As you can see on the left, we just changed that, okay. Let's go to the third one. Instead of a house here, let's say message, if I can type. Yeah, looks like I can. And let's say message. Okay, the third one is done. Let's go to the next one here. Okay. Instead of house, this time we want something like circle and question. Okay, this one is for help in the title. And moving to the last one and almost finish our markup, let's have gear and settings. All right, we have one more element to make, okay, finish our markup section. It's gonna be our div with the class of indicator. Okay, there we are now in the realm of the CSS where the magic happens, okay. So let's start out by change this font. We don't want the original one, so let's change that. We want to use the poppins. And now let's have, as always, a CSS reset, okay? But before we have a CSS reset, let me show you why we need one, okay? More than tell you, I'm gonna show you. Different browsers like Google Chrome and Safari, Firefox, they offer different margin and padding, and we don't want that. So let's get rid of this. Margin 0, padding 0, box size is gonna be border box, and now we're gonna use that font from Google Fonts, okay? The font family here is gonna be sans serif. And yeah, now we can get rid of this. Okay, now let's have some fun. Okay, let's start with the body. We want to put this content right in the middle. In order to do that, let's use layout flex. Justify contents center along the main axis. Align any center along the cross axis. nothing happens because we need to give it a min height, let's say 100 VH, and now our content is right in the middle, all right? And we also want to change the color of the background. Okay, this is gonna be very important here, the background color. So let's say 223, 160, okay, it's a very bluish color. Let's have under this one overflow hidden, so you don't have ugly scroll bars. And a transition of 0.5, okay, seconds. We're gonna use that in CSS and also JavaScript. Let's get rid of the color for now so you can see the background, okay. Moving now to our main div, we have the navigation. The position is gonna be relative because you're gonna have some stuff that is gonna be absolute, okay. Let's give a width of 70 pixels and a height of 350. Let's pick a background, okay, a white background, all right. And here body radius of 35 pixels, make it round on the corners. We cannot see right now because of the color, okay. Box shadow 0, 15, and 25 pixels. For the color here, it's gonna be black, and alpha or transparency of 0.2, okay. Let's put the color back. And now you can see what you have so far, okay? Alright, going from top to the bottom, we have navigation and another list. The position here, as I told you, is gonna be absolute, okay? From top 0, and from left also 0, okay? The width is gonna be 100%. The layout is gonna be flex, but it puts things side by side horizontally. We don't want that, so let's change the flex direction to column, okay? And yeah, now they step on each other, okay? And I would like to tell you guys that if you want the source code and you wanna help the channel, you can become a patron, okay? I would like to say thank you to every patron because they allow me to work more and give more content for free, okay? Navigation UL, LI, position relative, list side none, getting rid of this ugly boilerplate, width and height of 70 pixels, okay? And the Z index is gonna be 1. Now we should apply same style to our anchor tag itself, okay? They are very important here. So let's go to the line 46 here and navigation UL LI A, okay, for anchor tag. And for the position here is gonna be relative, all right? Display flex. Justify content along the main axis is gonna be center, along the cross axis also center, okay? And let's give a width of 100%, all right? Under this one, let's also give a color, a grayish color, 333, all right? And the font weight here is gonna be 500. As you can see, it starts to take a nice shape. Let's grab now the navigation, ULLI, and the icon. And let's make a couple of changes, okay? First of all, position relative, display is gonna be a block, okay? Back to block level. And line height is gonna be 75 pixels. And we will also want text align center, okay? Put that in the center. Let's now grab the icon itself, okay? And let's make it bigger, okay? With the font size of 24 pixels. And as you can see, it is much better now. Alright, after dealing with the icons, now let's deal with the titles, okay? We want them on the right of the icons, okay? And make a couple of changes on the background and stuff like that. So the position here is gonna be absolute, okay? Let's give more space here. From the top is gonna be 50%, and from the left, 110 pixels, okay? Let me give more space so you can see the issue here. Okay. And let's also apply some background color, make them more visible. Okay, it's gonna be white. And now we can read them. Let's put them on the same level of the icons with transform and translate in white direction of 50%. Now they're on the same level, all right. Padding top and bottom, 5 pixels, left and right 10 pixels, okay. Border radius 6 pixels here, make round the corners, not square, okay. Box shadow is gonna be 0, 5 pixels, 15 pixels, and for the color, the same one here, the black, or in the transparency 0.2, alright. And let's apply the opacity of 0. I made a typo here, not hidden. And visibility is gonna be hidden, alright. This is gonna be show up when you hover over those icons, alright. Let's apply a transition of 0.5 seconds. And yeah, that's all for the title. Here in the icon, let's also apply our transition of 0.5 seconds. After hiding our title, now we want to put it back in the hover, okay? So let's grab this one here, navigation URI, and let's say hover. Let me close this. And okay, the opacity here is gonna be back to 1. The visibility is gonna be visible. And we want to show you that, yeah, it's working, all right? We can also here change the position. We're transforming, translating X direction minus 25 pixels. And in the Y direction, let's say here minus 50%. Let me show you the difference here. Okay, they come from the right to the left, give this nice effect. The title, they have some animation, but they are not nice, okay? They don't have a nice shape, okay? So let's deal with that, okay? Let's use the pseudo class before. For the content here is also usually nothing. The position is gonna be absolute, okay? Let's give a width of 12 pixels, height the same thing. And the background for now is gonna be a red, just to show you what we are creating. Let me show you. Here's this square here. Don't you worry, we're gonna do more than that, okay? Instead of have this box, we're gonna have a fancy box, okay? Let me show you, okay? Nice position here. Transform, let's rotate that 45 degrees and translate in Y direction minus 50%. Let me show you, okay. It's starting looking nice. And we also want to give a border radius of 2 pixels, okay? A transition, 0.5 seconds for everything here. And yeah, it's okay. All we have to do now is change the color. Let's put it right to the white color, okay? Like everything else, let me show you. Yeah, now we have fancy boxes here pointing to our icons. We can delete this hover. We no longer need this one here. Let me show you. It's still working, okay? Now let's deal with one of the last element items, okay? The indicator. So let's go here and navigation URI and dot indicator, okay? The last element here. The position, we want that to be absolute from left to 0. And let's give a width and a height of 70 pixels, okay? And also apply the same transition of 0.5 seconds. Now we want to grab the last element in the UI, okay? The indicator, div indicator, okay? The position here want to be absolute from left to 0, width is gonna be 70, height the same thing here, and the transition is gonna be 0.5 seconds. Okay, and as you can see here now, I just put it here to show you, we want to create a circle behind our icon, okay? The active icon is gonna be white and we need this circle of the semicolon of the background, okay? So the content here, nothing, position absolute, from top is gonna be 50%, from left 50%. Okay, let me save here. And now you can see it's no longer here. Let's create from scratch together, okay? The width is gonna be 50% and the height the same thing, okay? Let's give a background color. Let me look for our background, the body background, okay? The same color here. Okay, we have a square, but we don't want a square, okay? Transform, translate minus 50% and minus 50%. It's in the right position, but it's still a square. With border radius 50%, we make it round, as you saw in the beginning. Let's also apply transition of 0.5 seconds, and it's done. Now we want to the icon on the circle to be white, okay? So wherever we have one that's active, this one is gonna be white. So navigation, ULLI, let's say here active, and just change just one thing, just change the color. The color is gonna be white. Nothing happens, why not? Because we have to add here the class active. Let me save, and yeah, now you can see the active one is always white. Okay, that's the exciting part of our project, okay? We are using JavaScript where all the magic happens. So let's get reference to our files, okay? Let list document where select all the lists, okay? We have all the lists and you save them into a variable called list. Why? Because this way we can manipulate that, okay? And here let's use a for, okay? For loop for I equals 0, while I is less than list.length. We know the length here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we keep add one more I++. Okay, so let's grab the list of I on mouse over, and we're gonna run this function. And in here, what this function is gonna do, let j to be equals 0, the start, okay, is a for loop. So while j is less than list.length, list j++ class name here list, okay? But we also want to make it active. Okay, so this list of I dot class name, let's set that equals to list active. Let's use DevTools and make a test to see if our while loops, okay, is working. And yeah, as you can see, we have list active and list active, okay? And you can't see the icon because they changed the color to white, okay? That's the reason, not to worry about that one. We're gonna fix that. We know so far that the icons become white when they're active, okay? So let's deal with that. So dot navigation, ULLI, let's use nth child 1, okay? And the idea here is bring the indicator to behind it, so it's white and the indicator is the same color of the background, so you can see the icon, okay? So let's select the active and dot the simply indicator, okay? You can go back to HTML and see their symbols. And in here, let's make a couple of changes, okay? Transform and translate in y direction. Let's say here 70 pixels times 0, so nothing changed for this one. And as you can see, we click on this, it's active, and it says that nothing has to change. This is true for the first one, but that's not true for the second one and the third one. So let's grab the second one. And here we have to use the calc, okay? So transform translate in y direction. Calc 70 plus 1. And as you can see, we just move it to below it, underneath the house, okay? Let's continue doing the same thing here, okay? Again and again. Let's pick the third one. This time we're gonna multiply it by 2, okay? You know, this is the size. So it goes from the user for the message. Let's just copy and paste or duplicate this one. Let's select the number 4, and here let's multiply by 3, okay? And if you test here again, you'll see that now it goes to the help, okay? Moving to the last one is the same logic, simple logic, okay? Let's grab the last one here, and the multiplication here is gonna be by 4. So allow me to show you, okay? Home, profile, message, help, and then settings, okay? And now we're gonna have a very nice effect here, okay? We want the indicator to have a different color. And after that, we're gonna give the same color of this, okay? The same color of the indicator to the background, okay? But one step, okay, at a time. And the background of the first one here is now red, okay? Let's duplicate this one and let's go to the colors. There is a link down below in the video description, so you can download all the colors or use all colors, okay? Let me see. It's not working because I forgot that one. Nth type 2, okay. Let's move to the third one here. Select 3 in here. Let's go to the color. Let me just copy this one and paste. Okay. Oops, it's not working. Okay, now it's working. Let's go to the icon number 4, okay. Let me change here. Let's pick a color for this one. Let me just copy this and paste in here. It's almost done. The next step, we're gonna make the background and the indicator have the same color, okay? That's what's gonna make this project be amazing and very, very beautiful, okay? But we have to do this before, all right? And yeah, it's done. Every indicator has a different color. And finally, now we want to change the color of the body according to the indicator, okay? Let's have a list for each, okay? Let's call that element and then have an arrow function. Element dot add ventilation on mouse enter, okay? And when this happens, we wanna fire up this anonymous function, okay? Let's pass in also the event. And in here in the body, let bg equals document dot query selector. And let's grab the body, okay? Remember, the body is in the variable bg, okay? Let color be equals the event dot tagged get attribute. We're gonna hard code a color attribute on the HTML, okay? So to get the attribute from the data color. Let me just copy this here and show it to you. Okay, now it has this attribute. And we can copy the colors from here, okay, from the CSS. Let me copy the first one and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, now there is a attribute. It's almost there. And now the last line, okay, bg dot style background color is gonna be equals to the color, wherever the color is. And now when we mouse enter, that will indicate all the backgrounds change. Let's go to the second one here. Let's add the attribute data color. Okay. Moving now to the third one is the same logic. Okay. You can do it by yourself if you want now. Let's add here the green. And this one data color. I mean, come back here. It's gonna be blue. Okay. And yeah, one more to go. This one. The list number 5, data color. And yeah, it's done. Let me show you. Okay, profile, everything is yellow. Message, everything is green. Let me give my space, help, blue. And yeah. Okay, Dev, that's all for today. I really hope you like it. If you like it, you know what to do. Subscribe and you also click that little bell down below so you get notified every time I post a new video. Bye bye, see you in the next one.